Everyone, and welcome to the Duplicate Success International Monday Team Webinar. Today is Monday, March 23rd, 2015. My name is Crystal Lopez Krebs, Executive Ruby Director in San Antonio, Texas. I have the pleasure of introducing the person who will be leading today's call. He's a very well-respected leader and mentor in this industry. You will definitely want to have your pen and paper sitting out, sitting up, paying attention and taking notes as you learn how this industry expert builds his business. He has achieved the rank of Executive Ruby Director within our company. He is the founder of Duplicate Success International. He's a powerful and respected leader, mentor, and most importantly, I'm very proud to call him my husband. Jared, are you on the line?
I am on the line. Thank you so much, Crystal, for the beautiful introduction. I really appreciate it. And thank you for helping out while my parents are in Cabo San Lucas. It's great to have you here. All right, guys, I'm very excited to talk to you tonight. We did a lot of great things this week. We have a lot of recognition to do. And for those of you who are brand new to this webinar, my name is Jared Krebs. I've been with USANA for 10 years as a client and also as an associate. The products have helped me tremendously with my health, and a lot of our team just has a great results with their USANA products. And it's been a fabulous business to work with, a company to work for over these 10 years. So this webinar is about recognition for our team and giving you some training strategies that you can build your business with successfully. So before we get into the team recognition, I want to go ahead and just remind you of our team DMO, Daily Method of Operation. If you do these things every single day, you'll be successful, and the beautiful part about the DMO is that it's easy to do. Anybody can do this. I have corporate professionals who work 70 hours a week that do their DMO every day. I have mothers raising 3 kids, very busy moms. They still find a way to do their DMO. And what is the DMO? Here it is. It's 3 things. Number 1 is to use your products every day, AM and PM. Be a product of the product. Number 2 is read, watch, or listen to 15 minutes of personal development material every day, something to improve your craft. That would be the GoPro book by Eric Worre or the GoPro audio book as well. Being on this webinar tonight, that could be part of your 15 minutes of your DMO. Our best people do 1 hour of personal development every day, but 15 minutes minimum. Anything to help improve your craft. And then number 3 is to text 2 brand new people per day with a simple invite text. And just give 2 people a shot. Give people a chance. Think about what USANA did for you and how much you love the products and you love being with a team. And send 2 brand new people a text today. And I already did my DMO today, but this is what I normally send. It's a text just like this. When I thought of quality people I'd enjoy working with, I thought of you. Would you be open to hearing what I'm doing? And that text is what I send out, and people see that and they respond and they're like, okay. And then we would meet for Starbucks, etc. There's actually a process that's outlined on page 3 of the Fast Track manual that you can go and access the DMO and the scripts that you would go from after you send that initial invite text. So the DMO, that's where it's at. If you do your DMO 5 days a week, every single week, week in, week out, take even 2 days off for rest, but get at least 5 days in, you will be changing lives and you will be successful at this. All right, so let's go ahead and start with our team recognition. We have a lot of recognition to do. And Crystal, I want to ask you to unmute Joshua and Dasha Union. They are actually right here. You are the administrator. Go into audio and attendees. Go into attendees and go ahead and unmute Joshua Union. So I want to recognize Joshua and Dasha Union because they've earned over $350 each month for the last 3 months with their USANA business, and that means their products are paid for because an average 200-point auto order is around $280. So their products are being paid for, they're making profit, they're getting tax deductions, they're having fun, they're working together as a couple, and they're in Colorado, which means that they're not even in the same state as their business partners, which would be myself and Crystal, and yet they're still making it happen. So Joshua and Dasha, share with us what's working for you. What do you feel is the biggest thing for your success, and congratulations as well.
Thank you, Jared. I think the biggest thing, and as you stated in the beginning of this webinar, is doing that DMO, doing those easy things every day. You know, being a product of the product. I use my products. I take my products to work every day. I take them at night. You know, and being able to contact people and just I mean, we bounce off each other and we keep each other motivated, and I think motivation is key to be able to do that DMO every single day.
Mm-hmm. Motivation.
It's products too, because we like the products and we don't want to pay for them ourselves all the time. So our motivation is to get people to sign up, so that way that kind of, get taken care of as well.
Absolutely. Well, and Joshua, can you share with us, because I know you're a full-time student, how do you manage to do your DMO every day while still doing your classwork and getting everything done?
Well, I do spend a lot of time at school, so sometimes I try and talk to people in person and meet people and just form them and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But being a student, a full-time student, and doing that, it's not as hard as you think, really. Like, you still have time to do stuff. If you have time to, eat lunch, you should have time to talk to somebody.
Gotcha. Yep, that's right. So you do it while you just live your normal everyday life, and it sounds like it's working really well for you.
Yep.
How does it feel to have your products paid for 3 straight months?
It's an amazing feeling.
Yes.
Well, when you got those direct deposits going in, it really makes it nice. So congratulations on having a great first start to the first 3 months of the year. We're officially through the first quarter of the year. This is the last week of the first quarter of the fiscal year, and you guys are running a business now, so you have to know every 3 months you want to review your quarter. You want to take a look back at what this first 3 months were like and then make goals for the next 3 months. So,
of course, definitely.
Any goals for the next 3 months?
To increase what we've already established and continue knocking out our DMO and growing our USANA business.
That's awesome. Well, thank you, Joshua. Thank you, Dasha. Look forward to seeing you hopefully at an event, one of our big destination events this year. And love talking to you guys each week, and thanks for leading by example.
Thank you, Jared.
All right, you're welcome.
Thank you.
Okay, so let's go ahead and recognize our brand new clients, and we had several this week. First one is Teresa Brown from Utah. She's a new client sponsored by Phyllis and Rick Walker, and I'm not sure if Phyllis is on the line. Crystal, can you check? Phyllis is not on the line tonight. Well, congratulations, Phyllis. You're doing an amazing job, and welcome Teresa Brown from Utah. Also want to recognize Diana Holderness and Karen Stewart. Mixer Magic and Sansei Facials. Y'all have been doing a great job holding your own mixers in your own city. Again, without really the help of your direct business partners, you're still just taking the leadership role. And so I want to unmute you. I want you guys to share what's working for you. And okay, you're unmuted. Diana and Karen, welcome to the webinar. How are you?
Great, thank you. This is Diana. Karen, she's at home, but she's listening.
Oh, okay, okay. So
Yeah.
you can represent both her and yourself, and thank you for being on the webinar. And just tell us, what are you excited about with your USANA business?
Karen and I both are really excited just to see, where this is going to take us. Karen's been doing this for 10 years or so. I hope I'm not saying that wrong. I've only been in about 6-7 weeks, and it's like every day that goes by that I study and learn more, it just really shows me what a wonderful company USANA is. With the 3 different product lines that we sell, it's easy to. I feel like it's going to be easy to sell people on it because they're products that work and they're so healthy for us. And so I think Karen and I both, we're just 6 doors down from each other, so we try to do a lot of stuff together. And we not only have fun doing it, but we're really excited to help other people and change their lives and make them healthier and happy, being able to have their own business. And we had our mixer today. There was only 2 people there today. But we're having one tomorrow, and I think we're going to have about 5 or 6 people tomorrow. And we're just going at it and having fun. And I think what we've done is we sat down together, and we have a lot of the same friends, but we also have friends that each other doesn't have. But we just sit down and we put a list of people together that we think would be fun at the party together, and then we just set up the dates. And so we're just going to hold these mixers and see how it goes.
Fantastic. Well, wow, you're holding back-to-back mixers, so that must
Yeah.
mean that you're helping a lot of people, and I think it's a good strategy just because sometimes people can't come one day, but then they can come the next day, and
Right.
I'm sure that's being fruitful for you. And what city are you in Utah?
We're in Payson. It's we're about 15 miles south of Provo,
Okay,
Utah. So,
15 miles south of Provo in Payson, Utah.
yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
thank you for leading by example. You guys contribute so much to the team and to the Facebook groups, and it's great to see you succeeding and helping others.
And it's fun too, like with Joshua and Dasha. It's fun listening to them and to see what they're doing, and I think it's really great for all of us to get on the webinars. I feel like I saw all these people. I would know them, it is like a family. I think it's great.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know what? It's going to be so great when we're all together at like International Convention or the Las Vegas
Oh
National
yeah,
event.
I can't wait.
All of those things. So
Yeah.
looking forward to meeting you also because I haven't met you yet. So.
Right.
All right. Thank you, Diana. Thank you, Karen.
Thank you, Gary.
All right. So now we're going to give some more recognition to some of our 2 top client enrollers in the United States. Alonda Martin has sponsored, several brand new clients, but the first one here is Alicia Perry from Texas. This is one of Alonda's childhood friends, and Alicia just started on the reset this week. Actually, she's on day 1. And then also Alonda sponsored Lucy Sanchez from Texas. And Lucy works at MAC Cosmetics, so we're building a great team with my lovely wife Crystal here. And Alonda is really is spearheading all of this, and it's great to be working with Alonda. Alonda lost 14 pounds in 14 days, and she's doing really great herself with the product. And also, I want to recognize Carmen Gutierrez, and we're going to interview both Carmen and Alonda here in a minute. But Carmen was number 5 in the United States last week, and a few of the people she enrolled are here. Paola Garcia from Texas, and this is a cool collage that Carmen made to welcome Paola to USANA. And then Miguel Paez, also brand new clients that love the Rev 3, sponsored by Carmen Gutierrez. And then also Carmen held a Sansei skincare mixer at the home of her mother and enrolled her mother and stepfather as clients, as well as Javier and Tiffany, who are going to most likely be associates in the month of April. So a lot of things happening with Carmen Gutierrez. And this is such a cool slide. I love this one right here because you got Carmen, number 5 in the United States. You got Alonda, number 16 in the United States. 2 powerful women making changes in people's lives. And Alonda's brand new. She's only been in USANA for about a week. And already she has such great results. So first I want to hear from Alonda and then from Carmen. Crystal, could you unmute Alonda, please? Alonda, welcome to the webinar. Are you there, Alonda?
I'm here. How are you?
Good. So tell us, what are you excited about with your USANA products?
Honestly, I'm excited about everything, and I'm excited about telling people about my results. It's funny because I didn't think I had such a powerful impact on people, and when they saw me like kind of shrinking smaller and smaller, they're like, oh my God, what are you doing? And so I just could not wait to tell them, the good products that I was introduced to. So that's really helped me. My own success story is honestly what has really helped me build my business and about products.
So telling
yay,
the story.
I'm excited. Telling the story works.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I tell you what, when everyone heard Alonda, did it, and Alonda lost 14 pounds in 14 days, and Alonda this and Alonda that, before we knew it, we had a whole client base that enrolled within about 2 weeks, and you got recognized on the national reports. So congratulations on your success. I know your goal is not to build a big USANA client base, but it kind of seems like it's happening.
I know.
So, and tell the team a little bit about yourself. I know you're a manager at MAC. How long have you worked with MAC? What do you like about that job?
I've worked for MAC for 9 years. I'll make my 10-year anniversary in January.
Oh.
What I love about working for MAC is just the support that you get and, helping you develop yourself. And basically I grew up in this company, and it's worked really well. And it's one thing when you really believe in your products, it makes the world of a difference. And I love working for Mac because I believe in the product, and I love the product just the same as USANA. Like, I love the products, and I believe in it. So that's what really helps me, like, honestly. And I love helping people, and that's how I've gotten Lucy. I remember I had lost kind of touch with Lucy, and I saw her. She came in the store, and I, remembered her story about how she was going to chemo, and I was like, oh my God, I got great products that would really help you. So I think that's really what I'm driving for, is just to really help people.
Absolutely.
Not really trying to just sell them on things. So
Yeah, when
just
your
making
heart,
a difference in their lives.
yeah, when your heart's in the right place, it seems like things just come together. And well, you know what? Congratulations, Alonda. And one last question for you. How have the products affected you so far, just in your energy levels, and what have you noticed as how you feel in the last, let's say, 3-4 weeks since you've been a client and now an associate?
Well, I've lost 14 pounds, so I feel a lot lighter. I actually went for a run today, and I actually ran the whole 2 miles, which has never happened before.
You ran 2
On
miles?
a hiking, yeah, 2 miles on a hiking trail. So some deer shot across me, but that was fine. I just kept on going. So
Wow.
that was really cool. I've noticed my energy level has really skyrocketed. Before USANA, I used to drink Red Bull like nobody's business. And Crystal actually used to get upset with me at work, and she's like, you don't need those products. You don't need Red Bull. And, now with USANA, actually, I don't even need Red Bull. Like, when somebody offered me a Red Bull the other day, I turned it down. I was like, no, I'm good. And they're like, what? And I was like, yeah, I don't need it. I'm fine.
Wow.
So, the products have really, really helped with my energy levels. So, yeah, I love it.
Well, isn't that awesome that you don't have to have Red Bulls anymore because you just have natural energy?
Yeah, and I don't have to get Crystal's dirty looks anymore, so that's also a plus.
And you don't have to get Crystal's dirty looks. That's so funny. She's
No.
laughing. She's laughing right over here. Well, and think about the long term. I mean, if you drank Red Bulls for the next 20 or 30 years, what would that do to you?
Yeah, it wouldn't be too good. So
Wouldn't be too
I'm glad
good.
USANA came into my life when it did.
That's right. Well, congratulations, Alonda, and looking forward to working with you more in building more clients and helping more people.
Yeah, thank you, Jared, for all your
All right.
support.
You're welcome. All right, so now let's go to Carmen Gutierrez, number 5 in the United States. Hold on, we have some feedback. You need to mute yourself? There you go. Okay. Carmen Gutierrez, number 5 in the United States. What? You did an amazing job.
Hello, Jared.
Hello, hello.
Hello, thank you,
So
Jared.
this is a big deal. To be this high in the United States market for any week is a great accomplishment. You've enrolled so many clients. So tell us, what are you excited about with your USANA business?
I'm excited about the success stories of my clients, especially one that I learned, just a couple of days ago, and that made me extremely happy to be able to contribute to that. And that's actually Melissa Crimson. She's been with USANA for, I would say, 6 months. And she had high cholesterol and a few other stomach issues. And she was actually on medicine. And she was going back and forth to the doctor. Finally, she started with our product, with the shakes, the Nutra Meals. And it's been about five months, and now that she went back to the doctor cleared her from all medicine.
Wow.
And she attributes it, and also the doctor confirmed with her that it was because of the shakes that she was, feeding her body, nutrients, and that helped her, with that. And she was so happy because she had tried protein products before, and never ever she felt how she's been feeling with USANA shakes. And that actually, that was the biggest news this week, and that made me so happy to hear that. And my mother actually introduced me to her, and even my mother, she's like, oh my God, I've been through witness of everything she's gone through with the doctor and all these issues, and now she's just free of all. She's free, and that's what makes me happy, to be able to be part of that. That's absolutely it.
That is so phenomenal. What a great story. I can tell you
Yes.
because I've seen my own mom go from really sick to feeling a lot better in her health, and she got her life back over the last 10 years because she's been a USANA client. And it sounds like you just did that for someone else. How does it feel?
Oh, it feels great. And I have other story too, but you know,
Can you tell it
there's
fast? Can
the
you tell it
timing.
fast?
Yeah, sure. Well, this is with Miguel Paez. I went, you know, I'm a realtor, so I went with my friend Marisol to work on, you know, on the homes
Miguel.
and our websites and things like that. He happens to show up home, you know, early, and I see him with a Red Bull in his hand, and I'm like, oh, I can't help it. I have to. It's just like my duty. So I told him about Red because, you know, he's a busy man, and he was open to the idea. I said, okay, I'm going to try it. And like a lot of people are skeptical at the beginning, he tried it. And then 3 days ago, my friend called me and she goes, I have to tell you something. And I said, what? She goes, you know, and since he's been taking Red Bull, he comes home and he still has energy.
You
He
mean Rep
doesn't
3?
crash.
You mean Rep 3?
With Rep 3 can,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay.
And he just feels great. He just didn't believe it. He was just, okay, I'm going to try it. And now he's like, he loves it. He loves
Wow.
it. He feels a difference. Mm-hmm.
Well, now it's time to upgrade him, right? Time to introduce him to
Yes.
more products. And you know what?
Yes.
What the best thing is, and this is something that I'll share with you and also everyone listening, when you have a client, actually both of your clients, they've got results. So what you want to do is invite both of these clients to your next mixer and say, hey, Miguel, and what's the other lady's name?
Melissa.
Hey, Melissa. Hey, Miguel. Would you mind coming to my mixer next week and sharing your story? That would help me out so much. And plus, we have free products. You can meet people. I'll make you a shake. It's just going to be a fun night. You know, it's Tuesday at 7 or whenever it is. And what happens is Miguel
Yes.
and Melissa come to your mixer. They share their story. They're like the guests of honor. But then they also see more products. They want to maybe buy more products. They also meet new people. And maybe even they want to become an associate.
Yes, definitely.
So I just wanted to share that because you're getting great results with your clients, and that's actually the next step. All of your clients
Yes.
are your next associates. Your clients are your best candidates for being your associates in the future. So great job doing this with your clients, Carmen. It's definitely paying off and helping other people, and you know, I'm very proud of everything you're doing, especially because I know you're incredibly busy balancing a successful real estate business and your USANA business. You still managed to hold mixers. This is a great event that you held this last Thursday, and you're not making excuses. You're making results. So thanks for leading by example, and great job.
Thank you. Thanks for your help as well.
You're welcome. All right, so moving on, let's go ahead and recognize Sarah Rich, new client, sponsored by Renee and Megan Martinez from Pleasanton, Texas. Also welcome Shannon Robinson from Texas, another new client, sponsored by Renee and Megan Martinez. And this leads us to a little Q&A with Renee and Megan Martinez because they have been featured on our webinar for doing a great mixer. In fact, you hosted a mixer last Saturday. You had a 67% client retention. That means that last month they enrolled 6 clients on cycle 1 of their auto orders, and this month 4 of those people have reordered. So that's a 67% retention rate. If you retain 4 out of 6 clients you enroll, you're doing a really good job with follow-up. And so I want to just ask Renee and Megan a few questions to share with the team because everybody wants that type of retention rate. And so Renee and Megan, welcome to the webinar. Are you there?
Hey, Jared, we're here. Can you hear us?
Yep. Hear you.
What's going on, Jared?
Hey, hear you loud and clear. So tell us, what are you excited about with your USANA business?
Well, that is growing. It is growing, and really, I just love the fact that we're meeting new people constantly and changing their lives. And we just had so many great successes with the product. And just, you know, hard work pays off, so that's what I'm excited about.
That's fantastic. And Renee, would you mind sharing what's one of your best client stories with the team? What's one of your stories that gets you so excited?
My favorite story that I have.
Oh, we don't hear you, Renee, for some reason.
I said one of my favorite stories is from a friend of ours that we've known pretty much our whole lives. And she was complaining about all different kinds of stuff that she had, and most of it was menopause stuff. Her name's Becky,
Uh-huh.
and
She just got on the product, didn't even come to a mixer. She heard mine and Megan's story, just pretty much said, just, I'm ready to try whatever. And we got with you, and we got the stuff that we looked up. We got into it and did the research about what she needed to be taking. And she's having phenomenal results. And she's actually sent us a couple people because she's a hairdresser, and she tells everybody how much she loves USANA and how much it's helping her.
Wow. Well, isn't that heartwarming when you have a friend that you've seen suffer for years and years, and then you introduce them to USANA with good stories, and then they get results?
It's definitely awesome, especially if it's somebody that you know.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, and I can tell you guys, I want to brag on Renee and Megan because they've also been top client enrollers in the United States before, and they have over 30 accounts. That means they have over 30 clients and associates. Actually, it's about 4 associates and about 28 client accounts of people who are ordering USANA products. Some order a little, some order a lot, but all of them are happy. All of them feel loved and respected. All of them have gotten a thank you card from Renee and Megan. And I know everyone on this webinar is learning and growing, and most of you are writing thank you cards. But I just want to hear from both of you on follow-up. How have you created this great client retention in your business?
Follow-up is definitely the most important thing, because 90% of the time they're not going to come back looking for you. But if you give them a call, if you send them a thank you card, if you check up on them and make sure that the product's working, because the product sells itself. It does work. And all you have to do is just give them a little bit of time, a little bit of attention, and it just, I mean, that's how you keep them. The follow-up is definitely the main ingredients of all that.
Awesome.
Just like today, we finally got a hold of Deidre that we've been trying to get a hold of. She's been getting phenomenal results for her arthritis. She's off of her pain medications. She's off of everything. And when she first did her initial order, she said she told me as soon as she realizes that it works, as soon as she gets results, she's going to get on auto order. So all I had to do was follow up with her, and we've been following up with her. And just like today, we got a hold of her, and we're going to put her on auto order tomorrow.
That's awesome. Well, nothing like auto order. That's where it's at. That's your residual business.
Yeah, and Jared, I just want to also, I just want to add in there that, making them feel important. You know what I mean? I think that's one good thing too. It's not just, hey, let me tell you about this awesome product, and you order it, and let me take your money, and that's it. I mean, when people feel important, it makes them feel good. It makes them feel better. So I think if we make sure that, to let them know that they're important in our lives, and I think that in itself will just, you'll always have that constant, always have those constant clients, or you'll have a client that'll say, hey, you know what, you should try this new product, and Renee and Megan, they're awesome, and they send you thank you cards, and they make you feel good, and you know what I mean? So I think making them feel important is important.
Absolutely. Well, you know what, you bring up a great point, because when you talk about them and you ask them questions about their job and about their life and how their kids are doing, and you form them and they talk to you, they like you. And you're not talking about yourself.
Yes, they do. Exactly, and I think that nowadays everybody just wants to talk about themselves, but really once you get to know somebody and ask them questions, where they work, how many kids they have, are you married, it makes them feel good. Like hey, these people are really interested in my life, and the people around me. So, and I think that's good. I think that's really good too.
Well, you are certainly showing by example in your client retention. And last comment, Megan, do you want to just share what the client tracking sheet has done for you and to help you with your client retention?
Jared. The client retention form is not one of my favorite forms. I'm pretty sure most of y'all can agree with me. But it does help you keep track of you know, what their placement is, when did they enroll, what's their initial order reward. I mean, it really helps you keep track of each single client that you have. That way, if you don't remember if you sent that thank you card, if you don't remember if you gave them the Dr. Ladd CD, you can always go back and look and say, oh, you know what, this client, I haven't given them a Dr. Ladd CD. I'll do that tomorrow. And then once you do it, you go back to that sheet and you check it off. And just checking off a box can give you so much relief, let me tell you. It's just like, that's one less thing that I have to worry about today. So, yeah, and then of course you're constantly going back to that, you know, to your client sheet and client form, and it helps you remember the things that you really need to do and to focus on.
Absolutely. Well, thank you for saying something about the client sheet, and I know that thank you for being real and saying, hey, it's not my favorite sheet, but I know it's important because, you know.
Yeah, Jared, you know how much I love the client sheet.
I know. Yet you still do it.
Yes, I do, because I want to keep my clients happy.
Well, you are doing a great job, so keep up the great work, and thanks for leading by example, and thanks for your feedback last week. It really inspired Becky Armstrong in North Carolina. You're about to hear from her. And
Yay!
yes.
Thank you, Jared. You're awesome too, and we couldn't have done this without you. We would have been like, like chickens with our head cut off if you hadn't just constantly been there. Did you do this? And did you do this? So, you deserve a lot of credit too.
Oh, well, thank you, Megan. I received that.
Oh, yeah. All of this definitely reflects the leadership.
Yes.
Well, thank you, Renee. I appreciate that from both of you.
And we have a great leader.
That's right.
Thank y'all.
You're welcome.
All right. Well, now I feel good. Okay. Let's go to the next slide. Special recognition, Becky Armstrong. Becky, I just sent you an audio pin. It's #63#. You have to hit that. That should allow you to speak on this webinar. And trust me, everyone's going to want to hear from you. Can you unmute Becky? Becky, you need to hit #63#. Attendee can't be unmuted until they enter their PIN. Audio pin, #63#. All right, well, Becky may not be able to talk because we still haven't figured out how someone on the phone can do this unless, can you right-click and right-click and make presenter, hit send audio pin to enable muting, send right there. It's #63#, Becky. If you can do it, great. If not, I'm going to tell your story. But I'm going to just go ahead and tell your story, Becky. And if you're able to unmute yourself, then go ahead and interrupt me, and baby, just watch. Oh, we can hear you. Thank goodness.
Oh, yay.
Okay, this was.
I love technology.
Oh my God, this is so great that you're actually able to share this story. Okay, so everybody, you're listening to this webinar. This is Becky Armstrong. She's in Raleigh, North Carolina. She's one of our dear colleagues, our dear team members, our dear family members, and she's out there all alone. I mean, she doesn't have any business partners in the USANA to do a mixer with, and she's, has to overcome all the same things we all overcome, the fear and all this and that. But she watched a video by Eric Worre, and the link is right there, the 20in30days.onebody.info. That's the quick link. And if you're watching, I want you to write this down right now, because this link explains how you can enroll 20 clients in 30 days. And it's an 80-minute video, so it's a long training, so you can do that part of your DMO tomorrow. But Becky watched this video and also was inspired by Megan Martinez from last week's call. So Becky, can you please share with us what you've been doing in the last week since last week's webinar?
I can. Actually, it all started when Betty called me last week.
Yes.
And she's Liz Meyer, so you guys probably know her by that. But Betty, she gave me a call, and she was all excited. She said, I am doing this thing. I watched this video. She says 20 people in 30 days, and she goes, it's radical. She goes, you really focus. She goes, you just really get into this, and you spend 30 concentrated days, like 16 hours a day. You get someone else to do your laundry. You get someone else to do your grocery shopping, as if that wasn't enough motivation right there. And she goes, I'm starting April 1st. I'm going to do this. I'm giving my 30 days. I'm going to do this thing. And then we talked about it a little bit and hung up. And the first thing I did when I hung up, of course, was Google, YouTube, and find 20 people in 30 days, the video she was talking about, and I watched it. And just a real key thing to note, Betty didn't call me up. She knew that it's been months since I've been prospecting anybody. She knew all my excuses. She knew all the delays, all the procrastination, and all the fear. And she didn't call me up and say, you need to watch this video. You need to do 20 people in 30 days. She called me up and she said, I saw this video. I watched this video. I'm starting April 1st.
Yeah, good example.
And it totally impacted me. So thank you, Betty. So I watched the video, and I was like, okay, that's really easy. That's like really easy. And so then I looked at the book, the GoPro book that's been sitting on my desk for like 2 weeks now. I hadn't put it even into my bookshelf because I left it on my desk because I kept wanting to read it, but procrastination. And I read the book, and I'm like, that's really easy. And so I get out my calendar. I'm still not talking to anybody about this because I don't want to, like, admit that I might do it. But I get out my calendar, and I'm searching for 30 consecutive days. And the first group of 30 days I can find is clear out in July. I'm like, oh, I just busted. And I look and I go, well, I can get 25 days if I start Monday. And this was like Saturday when I was saying this to myself. So I called Betty up. I go, I'm going to do this, but I have to start Monday if I'm going to do this. And, well, then I got excited. I actually started Sunday. I spent Saturday trying to get all the things done, like my laundry and the grocery shopping and everything that I had to do for the next 30 days. And so on Sunday, I got out my resources list. I've been adding to it for about 1.5 years now, and I grouped all the people. I'm actually not in town right now. I'm marketing, so I'm starting, but I'm available on the weekend, so I'm just starting this, you know.
So how many people have you contacted so far? Because, sorry, we need to get through to the story because I want people to hear what you've done. How many people have you contacted?
Okay. So I got 58 people that were in Charlotte because I'm not at home, so I said I'll do it in Charlotte.
So did you text them all one by one, or?
Yep. On Sunday, I just sat down and texted them one by one.
So you sent out 58 text messages.
Yep.
And what did you say in those text messages?
Well, I did it the way he said. He said to do just first, you just ask him, like, are you available on this date?
Okay.
And so that's
what date?
Okay, I'm in Charlotte.
What date is it?
The 26th.
Thursday. So you text them all, are you available on Thursday?
I'm going to be in Charlotte on Thursday. Are you available?
You sent a text to 58 people. Hey, I'm going to be in Charlotte on Thursday. Are you available? And how many people responded to that text out of 58?
Within the first 10, 8 people responded and said yes.
Okay.
So far, I have 22 yeses.
You have 22 people said yes. I can meet you Thursday in Charlotte.
Yes.
You have 22 people who said yes, I'll be there. You know that about 25% of those will show, so you're going to have about 5 or 6 guests.
I still have more to call. I got 2 more days.
No, I'm telling you that's good. Could you imagine 5 or 6 guests that show up? That's really, really good.
Yeah.
Wow. So tell us, Becky, what kind of fear did you have to overcome to do that?
Oh my gosh! I mean, when I was sending the first text, I was terrified, and I don't know why I'm so afraid. It's just craziness, but I was like, you know, verge of tears, crazy, you know, terrified. And I got them done, and like the first one I sent to, I haven't talked to her for 2 years, and she immediately said, yes, I definitely will be there. And so I get going, and then all of a sudden I'm getting scared for a new reason because, oh my goodness, now I've got all these people saying yes, and they're going to be in my room on Thursday, and I'm going to have something to tell them.
Right. So it forces you to get prepared, right?
And I realized I've already got it all. You've already given it to me on the webinars.
Awesome. Well, Becky, fantastic work. Way to take action, have fun. You're going to have a great mixer on Thursday. We even have a flyer up on our team webpage for Charlotte, North Carolina for our team. What an exciting expansion. And I mean, we're excited to hear next week how you did and what happened, you know. So we're going to be waiting to hear, and we're going to all be very interested next week.
Sounds good.
Awesome. And please post pictures of your event on Thursday night.
Okay.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Becky. All right, and lastly, I want to give some recognition to Robert and Priscilla Ramirez for being top associate sponsors in the United States. Crystal and myself also made this list last week, and we've been in USANA for 10 years, and it's always nice for us to be on the list, but it's more exciting for us when brand new associates like Robert and Priscilla, who've been in USANA less than 2 months, are now showing up on the top 50 associate sponsors list. This means that you are one of the best of that entire USANA United States market for that week. So Priscilla Ramirez, are you on the line? You there, Priscilla?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. So we know you've had a lot of challenges lately with your kids and them getting sick. Can you share us?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Can you share with us how you overcame some of those challenges? Are you there, Priscilla? Priscilla, are you there? Uh-oh, I think we're having internet connection problems again with Priscilla. Well, if you are able to speak, go ahead and interrupt me, Priscilla. But I'm just going to tell everyone that Robert and Priscilla have 3 beautiful children and one that they've adopted, and they are very busy, and yet they still continue to build their business. They still continue to make the reports. A few of their kids got the flu this past week, and then one got had bronchitis. So they're going through all these challenges, yet they still manage to build their business, do their DMO, share USANA with others. Priscilla, I don't know if we're going to be able to hear you, but I want to recognize you because you're doing an amazing job. So keep up the great work, and hopefully we can hear you from on next week's webinar. We can come back and revisit all your success. You'll probably have another thing to celebrate by then anyways. But keep up the great work, Priscilla and Robert. Thank you. All right, so before we get into our short training, I just want to remind everybody that when you enroll a brand new client, you have to go to USANA Clients page and add them to the group. Now, this is our group on Facebook, and you add them right here. And then once you've added them to the group, you're going to give them some recognition, and you want to post, you want to tag them, put their picture, and everyone please welcome, my new client XYZ to the USANA family, and they live in this city or that city. Give them some recognition because they're going to get on this page, they're going to see their picture, they're going to feel special and important, just like Renee and Megan Martinez were saying, and that is what creates retention. That's how you get the retention, is by adding people to this group, making them feel special and important, and getting them into a community. People stay because of the community. That's why people love USANA. They get results, and then they get the community, and they'll stay for life. Also, if you enroll an associate, you want to add them to our Team DSI Facebook group, which is listed right here. And this is another Facebook page, private group. You go ahead and add your new associate there, and then, of course, tag them with a picture. And do this for when you enroll a new associate. You want to also add that new associate to the USANA Clients page and recognize them on both pages. That's very important. And then lastly, for associates only, we have a group called Hybrid Solutions. And Hybrid Solutions is a group of over 5,000 USANA associates. And they're listed right here. You see there's 4,800. I think now that's over 5,000. But this is USANA associates from all over the world. The other 2 pages are just from our team. But this is for associates only, but this gets them in touch with 5,000 USANA associates. You can imagine the stories that are at this page. This page is one of the best resources for stories. In fact, do you need a product success story? Do you have someone with maybe diabetes or someone with allergies? Again, USANA is not a cure, so you can never say that USANA is a cure, but you can go to Hybrid Solutions, and in the search, right there where I put the box, you can type in allergies or whatever, and you can get a story of somebody who's taking the USANA products and what their results have been. And again, you always have to say USANA is not a cure, but when you take care of your immune system, amazing things can happen. And so when I have somebody who has a problem like arthritis, I'm going to go tell them 5 different stories of people I know who have arthritis who are happy clients with USANA. And if I don't have a story, I'm going to go find a few, and I'm going to email them those stories, or I'm going to copy-paste those and email them, or just tell them the stories. But this is so important. I cannot tell you. People do not care about what's in the product. They don't want to know all these little details. Now, some people do. Some people are very picky. But if they're picky, give them a product catalog. But your job is to tell stories. If you go through everything, if you go through and tell them stories, they're going to sign up. If you tell them a lot of product info, they're going to run away from you. So the rule of thumb is give them the product catalog and tell them more stories. All right, guys, now we're going to get into the training. This is going to be short and sweet training, but it's also going to be very good. This is going to share a lot of how we're having such great retention, how Renee and Megan have great retention, but not just them. A lot of our team have great retention with their clients. Oh, I forgot about this. 3 new tools that you can use. There's a 7-minute Your Options video. If somebody likes what they saw and they're saying, well, how do I sign up in USANA? You can actually send them this video, options.onebody.info. It's a 7-minute overview of your options to get started. Also, there's a 25-minute training, how to close. This video is definitely for you, Becky Armstrong. You're going to want to watch this video several times before your event in Charlotte. Because once you've finished with the presentation, how do you actually sign them up? What do you do to walk them through that process, either as a client or as an associate? And then lastly, this link is now live. It's videolist.onebody.info, and this is a list that you can go ahead and get all of the links in one place, all of our onebody.info links. So videolist.onebody.info is a great resource for you. And upcoming events. I wanted to say the upcoming events before we get into the training, just because it's just nice to get them in your brain before we go into the training. So the first thing is Wednesday, March 25th, we're going to have a mixer at the home of Renee and Megan Martinez. And that's in Pleasanton, Texas. Please RSVP to Megan if you're going to make it. They host an amazing mixer. All of their mixers have very high enrollment rates. In fact, the last several have had 100%. 100% of the people who attend either become a client or an associate. So Renee and Megan definitely run a great mixer. It's a great home, and they're very gracious to open their home to our team and allow us to come out there. So I highly recommend you attend that if you're in San Antonio area. And then also in Charlotte, North Carolina, Becky Armstrong. If you are in Charlotte area, that's going to be at the Embassy Suites. RSVP to Becky. Her phone number is right there. And it is really exciting to see our mixers being expanded into the East Coast and all over the place. So congratulations and great job, Becky. And also this Thursday, March 26th, you have to make a choice. You have to decide between the detox webinar or the tax savings webinar. They're at the same time. Okay, so the 8 p.m. Detox webinar is by Dr. Karen Wolf. It's called Healthy Gut, Healthy Body. The link is right there, march26th.onebody.info. Write that link down. That's a great webinar on detox. Definitely going to have all my clients on that webinar. But then you have people who are referral partners who want to save on their taxes. So this is definitely the best webinar for you to get on in that case. Saveontaxes.onebody.info, that's the link. It's Sandy Botkin, who's a former IRS tax attorney, who shares how to save the most on your taxes. So those are the main, those are 2 webinars. I'm going to have people on both webinars, and I'm going to be promoting those webinars all week long, starting tonight. And I've already texted out several to invites. And then mark your calendar for a couple weeks away if you're in the San Antonio area. Dr. Steve Hirschek, he's a diamond director from Illinois. He's going to be speaking in downtown San Antonio. Actually, it's going to be by the airport. It's at Holiday Inn Airport, April 8th from 7:30 to 9. If you want to hear from a doctor who's used USANA successfully with thousands of patients and clients and who has a real heart for helping others, he actually is returning from a trip from Africa because he does service out there in Africa. So I guess he's flying into San Antonio on his way back to Chicago, Illinois, and he's going to spend a day here and help out our USANA teams. And his wife, Andrea, they're wonderful, beautiful people. And I will be at this. This is the most important thing you can do if you're in the San Antonio area. Second, I guess it's in 2 Wednesdays from now. It's the Wednesday after Easter. So go ahead and mark your calendars for that. And now for our big destination events, the world's most in-demand network marketing speaker and trainer, Eric Worre, Mr. GoPro himself, is going to be in Las Vegas, Nevada at the USANA High Performance Summit. This is 3 events in one. The High Performance Summit's for golds and above. It's $129. Then the U.S. National Celebration Gala is a Friday night. It's a 3-course meal. It's nice, and you dress up and it's fun, and it's $49. You get to see a big ceremony of all the top earners in USANA, the top United States growers, and also just hang out with us. We're going to have a blast. We're going to all sit at the same table. We're going to eat dinner together. A lot of us are going to be there. So if you're going to go to that, please let me know so we can add you to our table. And then the U.S. National event is an all-day Saturday training, April 25th, with Mr. GoPro himself, Eric Worre. It's going to be an amazing event. I'm going. My wife Crystal's going. My parents are going. Becky Armstrong, Betty Meyer. Actually, several people on the line. Too many for me to go through right now are going. But I'm going to tell you, this is definitely a great event, and it's next month. Next month, April 24th and 25th, and it's going to be at the Red Rock Hotel in Las Vegas. And USANA has a room rate of $150 a night, so you can stay there, or you can stay on the Strip, however you want. But it's going to be a great event, and professional training. That's really what gets you professional results and professional income. So really want to recommend and encourage all of you to attend this event. And then after that, we have USANA's International Convention, August 19th through the 22nd in Salt Lake City, Utah. And this is the event of the year. This is the most important event because there's probably over 10,000 people are going to be there from all the 20 different countries. It's international, okay? It's not national. It's actually international. And Dr. Oz himself is going to be there. Of course, our founder, Dr. Wentz, is going to be there. It's like USANA Christmas. You see a USANA family. You see your family at Christmas, or you see a USANA family in August at USANA International Convention. You're going to make so many friends. This is just the coolest event. And this one, actually, if you don't have a ticket, it's $279 right now through May 1st, if you get your ticket before May 1st. And if you started USANA in the last year, you probably have a voucher that gives you at least a 50% discount. But you might even have this whole $279 fee waived because you have these vouchers. So check with the person who started you with USANA about these vouchers, but if you don't, then you have to pay the $279 for your ticket. It's well worth the investment. If you wait, and by May 2nd through July 17th, it goes up to $379 and then $499 through July 18th. So don't wait that long, please. Although people do pay that at the door, and it's still worth it for sure. And then, of course, the 2015 GoPro event, 6th Annual GoPro Recruiting Mastery. This is a non-USANA event. This is an event just on building a successful home business. It's done by, again, Mr. GoPro himself, Eric Worre. It's October 14th through the 17th. It's an amazing event. The only people they allow up there are people who are making over $100,000 per month in this industry, okay? So could you imagine hearing from people who are making over $1 million a year doing what we're doing, but they've just been doing it longer and they've been helping more people for more time and their skill set's very high? Would you like to learn from them? Come to this event. The event is actually sold out, but we have tickets for our team. Again, I need to talk to a lot of you who are going to go to this because I'm getting people requesting these tickets from me, but they're $200 for this event. This is the end. This is in October, but this is our calendar for the year. This is what's happening, and if you want to get to a professional level of income, you definitely want to be at these events, and also be prepared. This is a picture of the bins I keep in the trunk of my car. I have GoPro books, I have GoPro audios, Dr. McNamara Cellular Nutrition CDs, I have newspapers. You never know. You never know when you're going to need these for your USANA business and to help others. All right, guys, we made it. We made it to the quick training. So let's go through this, and this is called the 4-week auto order cycle. How do I know where my client is? And I know we're coming up on the end of the hour, so I want to keep this short and sweet and get through it for you guys. But this really is an important part of your business and how to really help your clients and have that high level of retention. Okay, so I'm going to take a moment and pause, and that's because for editing purposes, this is going to be a clean video. All right, so now we're going to talk about